Omenani is a way of the land. That is the system of the land. That is Odenani. Then Omenana is the way your own area, your people does it. Odenani is the way of the land. Then Omenana is the way of the people. That is why when you go to the Igbo land, you see that Igbo tradition differs from community to community, from a people to a people. Or if you look at it very deeply, it's almost the same thing. So the Ordinary is the same thing, but the Omenana is according to your people. That is why every community in Igbo land have an animal that they don't eat. Every community in Igbo land have an animal they don't eat. Now, some people are practicing evil. How did this evil come about? When the Amalekites, the Obas, invaded the Idu kingdom and override the Idu kingdom and conquered them, they came with their own god. And many people begin to sought after this their god. Some people will travel. You hear when people say we travel 7 miles and 7 seas. They cross to that to that place to take the gods of these Amalekites. Some of them is in form of the Oboni, the witches and the wizard, and different deities and all the rest of them. They will go and carry it. When they tell you have to be killing blood for this deity, they will carry it, bring it to their land. And they will begin to appease this god. So when they stop appeasing, it becomes to a problem. Because the agreement was that you will give him blood. You will give him this. That is the covenant or the agreement in which you brought him. So for you not to want to continue, you have to return it back where you bring it from. And most of them don't know where these animals, these things we brought them from. This is what have led to all this. So because the act of contracting and bringing in these strange gods and belonging to this Ogoni, these witchcrafts and all the rest of them was growing very at an alarming rate. And the people that belongs there were becoming more powerful in the society. It now begins to spread so much. That is why you see more of it. This blood sacrifice and all the rest of them. It was more in the Anioma, the Eka, and in Anambra side. That's where you see this, to be honest. Into the Imo state, it's coming of this recent. It's just entering Imo, the blood sacrifice. Since I was born, and as a child that we grew up, in our river, there was nothing like a white garment there. Talk of we have never gone to the river and then we'll see a blood sacrifice for anything. But today, when I cross those waters, everywhere has been polluted. Today, I'm wondering if our fathers polluted this environment like this, wouldn't have the mind of going there to swim. Because when we were going there to swim as children, we swim in those pools. We never encountered all those things because it was not so. So it was more in Anambra side, the Anioma, the Ekas, who are more closer to the Benin ancient kingdom, who has contracted these powers through the Obas, who has belongs to the courts that they have brought in, who has initiated into the witchcraft. And as they grow powerful and all the rest of them, today the entire Igbo now is trying to reintegrate into this Amolite system. Now you want to ask, what is the Igbo system? The Igbo system is that you don't eat a dead animal. For this body has to be spiritual. We are spiritualists, we are not worshippers. You don't bow to anything, no matter what it is. You don't. When you want to communicate to God, you communicate to God in spirituality, say in truth and what? In spirit. So you must communicate to God in truth and in spirit. You don't eat dead animal. You don't eat every animal. If you watch in the Igbo society says you don't eat every animal. In Imo State, for instance, dog is not our animal. We are just people are trying to learn how to eat dog. Dog is why? That's why when they say calabar and dog. So they own it, they eat it. It's been integrated into society today, and we are trying to accept it. What about pig, which is pork meat? It's not part of Igbo food. What about snake? Igbos don't eat snake. It's forbidden. Igbos don't kill python. It's forbidden. Because python represents a lot of symbolism in the Igbo system and in the ecosystem of the universe. So Igbos don't kill python. And they don't eat snake. They don't eat dog. There are things that pollute this body that makes you become a mere mortal. It's not about the juju or the spirits that you have contacted. We are pure traditionalists. What is traditionalist? Traditionalist is the use of herbs and root according to the nature's prescription. This is why if you watch from the Igbo food, you see that 90% or 100% of Igbo food are all named after vegetables. They are all vegetables. From okoro to egusi to nsala to oha, they are all vegetable. If you learn about Igbo, you see that we are more of vegetarians. We don't eat much red meat. That's why we don't rear animals and cows. Igbo greatest meat is goat, white meat, goat and chicken. This is what Igbos eat the most. In my own family, where I come from, since I was born, there has never been a day nobody has ever killed a dog there. Norway a pig. Nobody. And you cannot even kill snake, eat snake. It's not possible. You have to live the purest of the pure. You have to be pure. You understand? It's not about worshiping. You can't be feeding your body, your spirit with flesh and blood, and you say you're a pure person. You're not. You can't be splitting the blood of animals and human beings there and here, and you say you're pure. In Igbo society, if by peradventure or for any reason, your hand, your palms touches blood, you have to cleanse it. That is why even if you went for war, you have to go for cleansing. In Igbo society, if you go for war, you have to go for cleansing because you have been contaminated. Before you can integrate back to the community, you must go for what? For cleansing. And after this cleansing, you are not allowed to live with the community again. You live far outside the community. They will give you a mostly near the river where you have to live so that you don't contaminate others because you have been polluted. But today, what is happening? Now, you say you are a Christian, and according to the Igbo system, if your hand touches a blood, a stock of an innocent blood, you have to cleanse your hand. And someone is feeding you with the flesh and blood of a human being on a daily basis, and you're eating it happily. You see? These are false religions. They are all false religion. This was not what Jesus preached. This is not what the gospel of Jesus preached. Because when Jesus came with the pure religion, he was standard by the Amalekites, by the high priest, the bishops and their popes. They countered him. They ganged up. They killed him because he could not stop. And what did they do after he died? They now reintegrated their system back into the gospel of Jesus because they could not defeat the gospel. They integrated it, mixed it together, and push it to the society. So they have to justify everything. Haven't your pastors been justifying why they should collect tithes? Yes. But in the gospel of Jesus, he never said such a thing. So you see that it was brought from behind and embedded it into the Christianity because he needs to serve a particular purpose. So it's also they also embedded the reason, the justification to give you the blood and flesh of an innocent soul, an innocent man that has no sin with him. And then you are to feed, to be fed by his blood, and you have become an accomplice to that. Why God told David, you cannot build my house because your hand is full with blood. What blood? Blood of an innocent people. And that is the blood that you are being fed on. So when you look at all these things, we are not practicing ordinary. We are not practicing the true religion. We are all practicing Canaanites. If you are not a Christian, you are a Muslim. If you're not a Muslim, you are a traditionalist who has one deity or that. That does not make you a traditionalist because you have a deity where you sacrifice animals to. No, you are a demon. That is demonism. Or you are a witchcraft, a witch or a wizard. Most people are practicing witchcraft. Most of the native doctors are witchcrafts. They have integrated. Any native doctor that can kill an animal for you is practicing witchcraft. It's not a traditional doctor. It's not a dibia. It's not. What we have in the dibia, in Igbo tradition, we have the people that is gifted in orthopedic. We have the people that is gifted in stopping the rain or making rainmakers. We have the people that is gifted in herbs and roots. And in these herbs and roots, it is defined. There are people that their own is about married woman infertility. There are people their own is, they use it, it's about odieshi, this odieshi that they have turned into. And there are people that are into odieshi with purely roots and herbs. Purely roots and herbs. There are people with different opinion and different ways of doing things. Everybody have his own gift that he has to do with herbs and roots. Because we are very close to nature and then we are pure. When have you stopped seeing revelations? Nobody's revealing anything for you because you're already a dead man walking. Because you're supposed to be communicated. The Spirit's supposed to teach you what to do, how to get out of your predicament, and how to announce your self to the world. There must be the It's not what we are doing. The Igbo society has been filled with idolatry.